Hello folks and fans. Welcome to another edition of Now We're Piping with Dr. Rockwood. Enjoying some Samuel Gowith's Squadron Leader in this really nice Claude Romain Élan. I don't know if you guys can see that. Lovely pipe. You find a lot of these in this part of the world. It's a French pipe. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the French influence that we have here in Canada that you find a lot of French-made pipes. It's lovely though, it smokes very well. It's a dedicated English smoker. And I'm smoking Squadron Leader because it's a very balanced English and it's not super harsh, and it's kind of the epitome, in my opinion, of what a smooth, balanced, non-Latakia bombed English should be. And I'm smoking it today because we're having very English weather here in Ottawa. After about a month of rain, immediately preceding all the snow melting in the area, we had 3 days of sunshine, and now we're back to rain. So you know, the leaves aren't in yet or anything. There's no snow, but everything is wet. I'm sitting under the awning, so yeah, feels like a very English day. So I'm smoking a very English blend. As far as English blends go, a couple of videos ago I talked about my search for a nice summer English blend. Because, you know, I am a seasonal smoker after all. The weather fluctuates a lot here in Ottawa. In the winter, we'll get like minus 40 degrees Celsius with the wind chill. And like, you know, without the wind chill, it still goes down to like minus 33, 34 degrees Celsius. And in the summertime, it can go up to like plus 40 degrees, you know. Usually we're teetering around, you know, the 32, 33 degree mark, but then with the humidex, it makes it feel like, you know, in the low 40s, so it's brutal. And wanting to find a nice English blend that is not as Latakia-ish and not as smoky as, say, Standard Mixture or, you know, Nightcap, yet still has enough sweetness for me to keep me interested in the summertime, because for me the summertime is all about those dark Virginias. I gotta say, yesterday it was 18 degrees Celsius and the sun was out, and when you're in the sun you're roasting. It feels like it's 25 degrees. I do apologize for my American viewers. I'm not very good at converting to Fahrenheit right off the bat. I would have to look it up. But it was nice and hot yesterday. It felt like a normal summer day. And I smoked a bowl of GLP's Meridian, and it hit the spot. So I'm very hopeful that that could become my English summer blend. Squadron Leader is also up there. It's a little bit more dry and bitter and less sweet than the Meridian. So I think this will be sort of like my evening smoke in the summertime, whereas the Meridian might become like my all-day English if I'm in the mood for an English, or midday English rather. But you know, the real test is going to be, you know, mid to late July, when it's 40 degrees Celsius outside and the sun is beating down on your head and you're sitting by the lake. You know, if I decide to smoke an English, we'll see how well it holds up, but for now I'm hopeful. So keep an eye out in the upcoming months for that, I guess, pseudo review, more of an opinion piece on Meridian in the summertime. Enjoying some Islay Mist, which is the poor man's Lagavulin. It's a Scotch from Islay, so it's got that peatiness, but it's blended, and it's only an 8-year, so it makes it a little bit more affordable. And seeing as there's nothing fancy going on today, there's no occasion, there's no birthday, event, wedding, you name it. I'm not gonna bust out the real expensive stuff. And also, it's not Sunday. I don't need to recover after the end of my weekend to prep for the beginning of the week. It's Monday today, and what a day it's been so far. I just came back from getting the winter tires taken off the car. I don't really do that at home. I mean, we store them at the garage just because we don't have all the space in the world here, so it's tough to keep, spare tires here, but it's the law in Canada now, at least in Ontario and in Quebec, that you need winter tires and then you need tires for the rest of the year. So it used to be you can get away with all seasons, like 4-season tires. Now they made it law that you have to have winter tires because winters are just that severe in this part of the world. So we've had our winter tires on. I think we put them on in December 2021, and we just got them taken off today, and we put the 4-season tires back on to sort of be able to drive around and not tear up the roads. We're supposed to see some family members today. A cousin of mine that is actually back in town. The cousin currently lives down in Virginia, so he came by to visit, but there's a potential risk of COVID exposure, so this whole thing, we were supposed to see them this weekend, and our dog is getting neutered tomorrow, so I don't know what he's going to be like after a couple days. He's very excitable. He loves that cousin and my other cousins, so he's likely to jump up. We don't want him to pop a stitch or what have you, so we said, okay, we'll come on over on Monday night, tonight, the day before Rufus gets neutered, and then we'll be able to see you, and then, if he jumps for joy when he sees my cousin, then he's not gonna hurt himself like he might once he's wearing the cone of shame. But because of this potential COVID situation, we're just not gonna take any risks. We usually see my mother every Sunday, and we don't want to risk getting her sick. We're gonna go see my in-laws in a little bit too. We don't want to risk potentially carrying something. So anyway, the dance continues. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I didn't really have anything to say. This is probably the first moment that I've had in the past few weeks, which in which I have a little bit of time to record a video. I do apologize to you guys if there's been a bit of a delay. I am sorry. Life happens. We hosted friends from Montreal this weekend. They stayed here, which lined up perfectly with the 2.5 days of sun that we had, because before they showed up it was like torrential downpour, and then now it's raining pretty heavily. So we were lucky in that regard. There was a flea market going on at Lansdowne, not far from where we live, called 613 Flea. 613 is the Ottawa area code, and it's on like every other weekend. So I went with one of our friends that came and stayed with us this weekend in search of any pipes that I might find, any estate pipes, and unfortunately, no, there's nothing. It's almost like the city's been bled dry. There's a bunch of antique shops down the road, and I go fairly regularly, and the only pipe I found was this old, cracked meerschaum pipe. It was beautiful, but it was unsmokable. It was cracked, So it's almost like the city's been bled dry of any sort of estate pipes, which is a bit of a shame, because then you're stuck kind of relying on photos on eBay and things like that, which you never really know what you're gonna get. But also it's fun, the thrill of the chase of finding that pipe that you've been looking for, you know, sitting on a table amongst bric-a-brac and whatnot. You know, there's always something special about, you know, jumping in and to an estate sale or to a flea market or into an antique shop, and then just coming across this thing you've been looking for a very long time. So anyway, the search continues, I guess. But yeah, we also have the Glebe garage sale coming up at the end of the month, which is one of the biggest garage sales, at least in Canada, where it goes on for a couple days, and they shut down, not all the roads, but a big chunk of them, a big portion of the main road, the main artery that runs through our neighborhood. And people come out and they bring their dogs and they have a good time, and everyone jumps up and down, and apparently it's really good for old vinyl records, but you can find, anything you want there, and it's fun, So anyway, we'll see if I can find any interesting briars while I'm out there. So I also just want to say thanks for all the love and support I've been getting lately from the YTPC. Whether you've left me a comment, or you've reached out to me, or we've spoken, I really do appreciate it, because this thing is it's a fun little hobby. I like making these videos, and it's fun to share my thoughts on things with you guys. And in a weird way, it's almost kind of like a vlog of my life as well. It's a way for me to just sort of talk about what's going on, and it kind of helps me sort through things in my own way as well. Just telling you about the dog getting castrated, and the friends that we had over this weekend, and my cousins potentially being exposed to COVID. So these are all things that no one really cares about, but it's kind of nice to talk about them out loud, even if it is to a camera, and then from there to all of you. So I just want to say thanks for sticking with me. Yeah, I mean, if I hit 100 or 150, I don't know yet. It'd be fun to do a GAW. I have an idea of what I might like to do. I mean, that's within my means at the moment. It's an expensive season, because we got to pay for the vet bills for the guy losing his nads, and then there's all these other factors as well. But I mean, I've got some pipes that are just sitting there that I don't really smoke, that maybe some of you would like, and I can't really be bothered to put them up for sale on eBay or anything. So I've got a nice little pipe that I'm thinking about making that my first GAW. It is an estate. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I've never done this before. I have no idea how it works. Aside from actual letters, I don't think I've mailed anything out internationally. The only parcels I've probably returned via mail were like routers from old telemarketing or telenetwork services that they give you the router, and then when you leave the company, you got to mail it back to them. That's probably the only box I've ever mailed in my life. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any ideas on if you guys would be interested in receiving estate pipes as a giveaway, please let me know. One's in okay shape, needs a bit of might need a little bit of TLC, in that the ferrule on it is a little bit loose, but it smokes great. The army mount fits in perfectly, no sweat there. I have cleaned it, I have smoked it. It's a powerhouse of a smoker. Another one is also fine. It's just kind of tiny, so it'd be a nice little novelty item. So yeah, let me know if you guys would be open to that. And I don't know if you're supposed to ask people what they would like to get as a giveaway, but I'm putting it out there for you guys. So maybe when I hit 100 or 150, we'll see. I'm not in any rush to grow per se. It's great having all you viewers, but I'm just kind of enjoying the journey. So yeah, let me know. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to drop me a line, then feel free, just leave something down below. And I respond to every single one that messages me, and I'm very grateful for every single message that I get. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. It finally stopped raining for a second. Look at that. The buds are just starting now. But yeah, look at that. Nasty, filthy weather. That's Ottawa for you folks. Anyway, once again, thanks very much for watching, and take care. Cheers.